Okay, so initially I thought this video might be clickbaity, but I don't know. You tell me if you were going out to camp and were sleeping. I have my headlight on right now, but check this out. If you're used to sleeping with a nightlight on, this campsite might be for you. What is up, campers, glampers, crampers, and overlanders? I just wanted to get my first vlog done here, and I thought this was a good topic to look at as far as like picking your campground and knowing your personal camping style, what you're looking for, and what kind of experience you kind of want to have when you start to get outdoors. I am by no means a like professional camper or overlander. I just kind of, try to stay on a budget, do what I gotta do to get the job done and make things easy and enjoyable and comfortable for myself and anybody that I'm camping with. Thus, that's why I try to review a lot of gear on here, because the gear that I have, I feel like works the best for my style of camping, and try to save people some money from buying like multiple things and ending up having them end up not working. For example, almost everything that I've had, I've bought at least two of them because I wasn't happy with the way it performed, or it didn't really work for my style of camping, or it was honestly just crap, or it was too expensive and I returned it. So that's why I do most of the gear. But here's another little like kind of like camping vlog as far as like what you're looking for. So I'm from Southern California and San Diego area, so I usually go to Cleveland National Forest, or San Bernardino National Forest. Those are our two big camping areas out here. At a campground that I'm at right now, this is like in the middle of the city, so like I can hear the freeway from where I'm at. There's a lot of RVers if around here. As you can see, I didn't notice, but I'm right by like a walking path. So there's like, and my tent's like right there. So like that's gonna be like my little nightlight, is like the walking path nightlight tonight. But I really wanted to get out here to really film some videos for you guys. I wasn't trying to really get away. Like I really want to do this YouTube review thing. So I just wanted to get out, test my gear. That's my whole philosophy. If you're out and you're testing your gear and you're just having a good time, I have a couple, drinking a Michelada here. I brought some beer, so I'm having a great time. But like, usually this isn't my style of camping. I like to get a little bit more out there. I have a Subaru Outback, so it is capable, but not as capable as, some of the other huge, giant, thousands of dollars lifted trucks out there. But it takes me where I want to go. I usually stick to forest roads, usually stick to campgrounds that are, state parks. But what I've learned through just that is there are parks that are a little bit more secluded than your typical campgrounds when you come, well, in Southern California, in my area. So a lot of campgrounds, the more developed the campground, usually, meaning like they have flush bathrooms, they have sinks, they have hot showers, they are a little bit more crowded, there are a lot more amenities. But if you don't have, the less amenities you get, the less people you have actually going there. And in Southern California, and I'm sure other places, if you're not dispersed camping, which is like, dispersed camping is basically like going anywhere that's legal to camp in national forests, and just basically setting up shop in the middle of the woods or the desert or BLM land, and you don't have a bathroom, you don't have a sink, you don't have a camp table, you don't have a fire pit. You basically are reliant on your vehicle or your person and yourself. That's what I kind of consider dispersed camping. And overlanding is with a vehicle. If I've done backpacking before too, where you're completely reliant on everything you carry on your back, which is cool. That's where a lot of my gear kind of carries over, why it is kind of like lighter on the lighter side. But sometimes you can't make it out there, and a lot of people don't have the means. It is really expensive, man. Like I remember when I didn't have a full-time job and I was like super broke, like camping shit is expensive. Like I'm not gonna lie, like even the stuff that I review is like relatively expensive. I'm more of a, I get it from my dad, is more of like a buy it nice or buy it twice kind of guy. So thus, going back to the beginning of this vlog, like I've bought multiple things until I figured out my style of camping. So this video is kind of just, I think it's funny that I'm out here. When you pick a campsite, you want to make sure that because a lot of times, especially if you're planning a trip going super far, I love to look at reviews. That's why I do reviews. But sometimes you want to look at, where is it, how far away it is from like a city. Are there flush toilets? Like I've been saying, are there hot showers? What kinds of things are you looking, what kind of experience are you looking to have, really? First and foremost, like the most important part is getting out and getting camping. If that's something that if you found this channel, that's probably, something that you're kind of into or wanting to get into. But, do as much research as you can before you book your campsite. Like I was initially planning on going to Cleveland National. There levels of campgrounds I was looking to get. One was, most of them are first come first serve this time of year. Some of them are more secluded. Some of them have cell service. Some of them don't have cell service. But at the last minute, I decided to just do something that was closer to home. Like this is literally probably 10 minutes from my house. Like in the background, I don't know if you can see, there's like radio towers out there. You can hear the freeway. Like I said, you can hear when an ambulance goes by. You can hear people laughing. I don't know, you can see houses in the distance, they're lighting. But I made the most out of it. I don't have the feeling like I'm out camping in the wilderness, but I am outside and I am camping. I could have just camped in my backyard, but I don't know, I like fiddling around with my gear. I love coming out here and like shooting videos. Like I still have my awning set up. It's cool here because we are allowed to have campfires. I have beer. I'm not even cooking dinner tonight. I literally just went to like L&L, which is like a Hawaiian spot, and just like grabbed dinner for tonight that I'll literally throw over this fire in like aluminum foil and eat tonight. So but that's one of the things you just gotta find your style. Like just get out there. Like don't stress too much on like your spot or like how you're trying to like get the best Instagram photos or blah blah blah. Like that all is fun, like you want to see beautiful spots, but like if you end up getting somewhere and it wasn't what you expected, make the most of it. Even if you're by yourself, have a couple of drinks. If you don't drink, bring a book, bring a hammock, hang out. You're just outside. That's like what this all is about, I feel like. So like I said, this is not necessarily in my typical style of camping. It's not the worst campground, but I don't think there is such thing as a bad campground now that I think about it. It just depends on your style of camping. Like in the background you can see over there's like lights for like a softball field or volleyball court or something, but it just doesn't feel as secluded, but it still works. I'm still out here, still got a fire. So yeah, those are kind of some things to consider when when you're picking a campground. Coming into a campground, if you can, look at the sites. Campphotos.com will give you photos of a lot of sites, at least here in Southern California. They're not very detailed, but they can kind of give you what the site looks like if you're looking for something that's more level for 2 cars. Do your research, look at reviews, look at hashtags, look at Instagram photos, just to really, so you're not surprised, especially if you're traveling from a long way when you're going camping, or if you are just rolling up somewhere, first come, first serve. Like I had no clue. Make sure you're looking at lighting, and if those lights are good, I hope those lights aren't on all night, but we'll see. Look at level, you want your ground level, whatever, or if you don't, if you're overlanding, you have a rooftop tent, and you're just gonna put some traction pads under your tires. You just gotta know your style of camping, and you're gonna mess up at first. You're not gonna be prepared, or you're not gonna know the site. But every time it gets better because you learn something every time you come out. Even if you're the most experienced overlander, camper, glamper, cramper, you're going to learn something at every campsite. You're going to forget something, so next time you're going to have a list. So it's just a learning experience. It's all about getting out here. But yeah, so that's this first blog. Let me know in the comments if you guys have had this experience, or if you have any other cool sites that like look at certain campsites. Like I'm on Campendium, I think, freecampsites.com. Like there's a whole bunch of different resources out there, but if you guys know any, drop them in the comments. I would love to check them out. Like I said, I'm always willing to learn. So yeah, thank you guys for watching Campthropology, and I will see you in the next video.